hope everyone is enjoying their weekend, and I hope you get to get a little time off. So, good morning, everyone. I'm Jessica Magoch, CEO of JPM Sales Partners, teaching you everything I learned recruiting, training, and leading a sales team, a B2B commission-only sales team from zero to over $100 million in revenue in 3 years. And today is a very special day because it's meeting number 52. And what that means is that we've done an entire year of lives at 9 a.m. on Monday mornings. Last year, this time, I made a commitment that I would go live every day for a year. It must have been part of my New Year's resolution last year. And I did it. It didn't matter if I was away on vacation, out of town, no matter where I was. I went live at 9 a.m. to help you guys, to say good morning, to give you some tools and resources to get out for the week. So I have to say congratulations to the entire JPM team for making that happen and for you guys to continuing to listen. So what that means is that since last year, we've not only delivered 52 training pieces for totally free for the public to consume, but we've also repurposed those into multiple media channels so that we have a bigger presence online. And hey, so we probably have about 520, pieces of material that have developed out of me going live for 10 minutes every Monday morning. And what that means is that our reach is farther and people just see us more. The whole idea of having an online presence is just to be everywhere as much as you can. And so we followed Gary Vee's online media strategy for creating content and then distributing it across multiple platforms. And it's working for us. It's one of those things that's hard to track, but when clients keep seeing you over and over again, because we do the lives on Mondays, but then we're sending out posts all throughout the week and sending people back to old lives and referencing old lives. So it's really been working for us. So I suggest that you guys do it. But I think staying disciplined, doing what you said you would do. Most resolutions don't end well, as you know. But my resolution last year, again, was to do 52 lives for you. And here we are. And of course, we will continue doing lives on Monday morning because it's working for us. And I hope that you guys adopt it as well to make it work for you. And even if you're not a coach, you can always use the medium of social media to do lives to help educate your audience around the topic of whatever you sell. If you sell IT consulting, do lives on how to choose the best product for this IT problem, or how to fix this problem, or new products or regulations in the marketplace. There's always something to talk about. But if your clients see you as a source of education and knowledge, it builds your credibility. And like I said, it more importantly speaks towards the idea of discipline and getting things done and keeping your commitments. And it's really what I wanted to talk about today, ever so briefly, about discipline and keeping your commitments, and more importantly, how that relates to your salespeople and how to help your salespeople adopt those habits too. And the reason why that was so prominent for me today to talk about is because I had to let one of my band members go over the weekend because he consistently showed up late to rehearsals, to gigs, everything. And of course, Saturday night we had a gig. It was snowing. Everyone knew it was snowing. Everyone knew the roads would be, difficult to traverse. And he showed up an hour later than his call time. And so, that made the show start late because we still had to do everything we needed to do once he got there for sound checks. And he responded that, that's just the way I am. I know maybe you don't understand, but I'm never, I always show up in time for gigs and we never start late. And I just show up and I set up and we're ready to go. And totally disregarding sound check and the call time that I gave him. So, and then I saw another post in one of my group that I'm part of for women entrepreneurs. And she was saying, what do you do if an employee is consistently 5 minutes late, but they're good at their work and they get their work done, But no matter what time you give them to start, they show up 5 minutes late. They can't seem to get it because it's a deeper issue, right? Than just showing up. If it was about 5 minutes, then it wouldn't be an issue. The issue is self-management. Getting yourself to a place on time shows that you can manage yourself. If you can't manage yourself, how are you going to manage a business? How are you going to manage a project? How are you going to manage your clients' expectations if you can't manage yourself? Right? If you can't manage yourself enough to get someplace on time, I can't trust you with my clients and with my business and with everything else. Now, I don't want to speak to, all employees in all areas of the business. I want to speak to the sales team specifically, because if someone on your design team shows up 5 minutes late, but they never miss a project deadline, okay, like that I don't know. Maybe it's different for different areas, but if everyone's depending on people to show up on time, it really affects it affects the morale of the team, first of all. Like if you have a sales meeting on Mondays at 9 and there's someone that consistently strolls in at 5 after 9 and you don't do anything about it, all those people that showed up 15 minutes early, they start to get pissed off that they went out of their way to get there and it didn't matter because there were no consequences if they didn't, right? So it's really important that, like we used to have, if you weren't on time to the sales meeting, you didn't get leads that week. Guess what? Everyone was on time. All of a sudden I'm just always 5 minutes late. That's just me. All of a sudden that went away because they had a reason to self-manage. Okay. So as a team environment, it's going to pull down the standard if you continue to accept it. When you show up 5 minutes late to a sales presentation, what does it say to the client? Because what salespeople don't realize is that the client was ready for you 15 minutes before your appointment time. They were thinking about you. They were looking at their calendar. They were saying, oh my God, I better not miss this meeting. And then you show up 2 minutes late. It's more exaggerated on a call. So 5 minutes late to an in-person meeting is the same as 1 minute late to a phone call or a sales online sales demo, because the person's sitting there waiting. Tick tock. We could wait here for a minute in silence, and you'll see how long it is that the customer is thinking. Wonder if they're going to show up. Wonder if they care. Wonder if they're really responsible enough to handle this project. They're making all kinds of judgments about you that may or may not be true. And it's something that's easy to control. So being on time just says a lot about who you are as self-management, responsibility, and how you respect other people's time. Because that's the third factor, is that when you show up late, you are showing the other person that your time is more valuable than theirs, because whatever you had to do that caused you to show up late was more important than what they had to sacrifice to get there on time. And that's just unfair no matter what position you're in. So you'll notice that the most successful CEOs, the most successful people are never late. If you have a meeting out of town, you don't take the last flight to get there before the meeting. You take the flight the night before and you stay over so that you don't have any chance of missing your commitments. So this is how successful people operate. And it's one simple thing you can adopt to promise that you'll never be late to do whatever you need to do. 15 minutes early is on time. On time is late. 5 minutes late, you are forgotten. It's one of the first things I learned in business, and it's absolutely true. Manage yourself enough to get places on time. The worst thing that can happen is you get there early and you get a cup of coffee somewhere. It is not the worst thing in the world. Learn to manage your social anxiety of being in a room without a, set planned activity. If you're afraid to get someplace early because you have to talk to people, that is a great message that's something in your personal development life, that an opportunity to work on and expand who you are as a human being. The greatest opportunities happen in those unexpected moments. So I encourage you to take them. All right, that's all I have to say for today. I'm also going to drop a link below of a position that's open. So check that out, and I'll see you next week. Bye.